Hello everyone, this is ARPA22 and today I'm back with another video. You may think this is the Super Seal sequel part like 12 or whatever, but no, it's not actually. So the story is, so my first Super Seal novel I wrote, the Super Seal and the Terrifying Invasion of the Cages. Um, I had a sequel planned, and I had like people like recommend ideas for me, and that's where I got the idea of his new sidekick. Well, he was supposed to be his replacement hero, but later became sidekick, Saber Tusk. I got a recommendation from a friend of mine, in the 6th grade. And then we got developing on the story and everything. Then I began this actual story itself. But and then I started drawing and writing everything, and this is one of many versions of the first draft. Unfortunately, I didn't really like the drafts because they were either too rushed or sloppy, or like the drawings just weren't good enough. The plot just didn't work out well. It was too slow. It was inconsistent, and there's too many villains and other problems I had. So it was getting delayed. I mean, I had planned for the sequel to come out before the year of 6th grade ended, but that didn't work out so well. So I began actually making it like towards the end of 2020, and then here I am still making it in 2021. So as you can see, there's been a lot of problems with the production of the comic. So I guess you could say this is a concept art or like early drafts of the Super Soul sequel. So we'll just check them out. Sorry if I sniffle about it's because of allergies. In the spring. I'll make another video about that coming soon. So yeah, so as you can see, this is one of the first drafts. I think this is the first one. You can see, the original title is called Super Seal and the Perilous Plight of the Terratron 2000. It was when it's called the 2000, not 3000. It says here, the spine-tickling tale of terror by Tad Lee, and as you can see, it had the usual icon that eventually ended. I got rid of because I didn't think it was necessary. So yeah, as you can see, mostly the same, but mostly the drawings are more advanced. I decided to get rid of that because I just thought too much detail in the drawings would take too long. So I didn't add too much detail in the drawings, which I don't know if I'm pretty sure it's not a good thing, but budget, because of rush production. I had to rush, like the drawings weren't that good, but you can still tell. So, yeah, you can see he talks more. He tells the plan to Super Seal, and as you can see, the Terratron 2000 had a much more different design. It had the glass dome head, so at the final battle, he would jump onto the head when the cockpit would open up. As you can see, there's also supposed to be this running gag where the mayor is saying help, and it says, "I still need help." As you can keep going, he's really beaten up, and he decides to fight back. Gets him a little chit chat, beats him up, stuff, and he's like, "Seriously, I still need help, and why are you ignoring me?" Yeah, that was a really funny gag, but I just got rid of it. At the version I'm working on because I couldn't fit it in while everything else was happening. Another thing that was changed is there's supposed to be another villain, like a third accomplice of Professor Uranus. His name was Professor Stonks. I already scraped him. I mean, I eventually got rid of him in the story because I just didn't find him necessary to the story. He really wasn't that important, and he didn't do anything besides beat Super Seal in the beginning. Then see May's dramatic entrance where for some reason there are a whole bunch of trees there. He just knocks them down, and then after Super Seal beat the Terratron 2000, Professor Stonks and the Terratron 2000 teams up to beat up Super Seal. As you can see, he beats the crap out of him. And then here he gets really beaten up. He gives up, thinking he was weak. Super Seal decided to stop being a hero. And then it's 2 weeks later. You can see he's fat and stuff. Oh, there's a little Easter egg on this poster here. It says no pain, no gain or something. I have no idea. And no, right, that's the Easter egg. It's called Justin Lieber because a friend named Justin Lee. And yeah, my math teacher in the 6th grade used to call him that because Justin Lieber, like Justin Bieber. Funny pun and everything. So yeah, there's that's a funny Easter egg. As you can see, explains in the narration and what he says, that he feels guilty and stuff. And he went to the zoo. This is one of the parts where this is one of the reasons why I got rid of this draft, because I didn't like this whole zoo part. Like, this didn't look good. The drawing looked a bit strange and off. Also, this whole zoo segment just seemed a bit of waste of time. For example, lions, monkey, and the monster. I don't know why I drew monster. I didn't know what else animals were in the zoo, because I haven't been in the zoo in a while. And the monkey looks a little weird. So, yeah. But it keeps going. It's a giraffe and a crocodile. Also, this whole zoo segment pretty much shows, in my opinion, that zoos are evil and like they capture animals and stuff, which it's kind of wrong. It's not entirely true. So, yeah, zoos aren't really evil, not really. So don't believe in that stuff. I was just dumb back then. And then Super Seal went to the walrus enclosure. So in the final version, Super Seal goes to like a superhero marketplace or whatever, right? But in this version and in other drafts I made, I couldn't find. He was supposed to go to the zoo and meet up with Sabertusk and tell him that he has powers he didn't know. And see, you have powers, come with me, and I have treats at my place, and he just has to come. And he's like, why are you so fat? And he's embarrassed. Also, another part that got me, the reason I didn't use this draft is because if you look at, this picture of Super Seal, it just looks very, I don't know, strange. It just looks, like, messy. So I didn't use that. I didn't like it. And I didn't want to restart because, this is hard work. Yeah. No fat juice, yeah, and then we don't really see what happens after that. Of course, in the version I'm right now, it's more, Sabertusk trying to convince him, and he already did convince him. He just needs to convince him more to fight. But now they're going to get into the final fight. And then here, I have successfully snatched every politician on this stupid planet. I have no idea why he hates the planet. I mean, I don't blame him. Earth is pretty trashy. We're destroying our own planet. I mean, that's another video. Anyways, this part also explains, like, what's happening because of all the politicians are gone. And he was right. Without rulers to maintain order, the world was out of control. As you can see, people arguing and stuff. The internet shut down. That was kind of a joke. People turned to savages. I didn't really use, another reason I didn't use this was because, like, this whole segment of, like, the world going nuts felt kind of copied from the Cages one. Because, like, the whole world was in chaos after the Cages decided to invade the world. This one was kind of dumb. I was just running out of ideas of what the apocalyptic state of the entire world would look like. Cops went cuckoo. That was just lame. Yeah, that was dumb. Toilets were on fire. I think that was kind of funny, but, yeah. Without order, Professor Uranus, Professor Stonks, and the Terratron 2000 could go about their scheming. Yeah. So they decided to go. I did like this part. So they had to rob a bank. This is one part. This is like the final nail in the coffin for me. That I was not going to use this draft because, as you can see, this whole bank is it's just not, the size of the bank is not matched up with, like, how tall these people are. So I didn't like that at all. As you can see, he's freaking taller than the entire bank, and I didn't like that. And then this is, I did this on pen, because of that, I couldn't erase anything. And there's some more jokes about this, him being, Professor Stein's being super dumb. Another part is this drawing. I did not like that. I didn't know how to draw someone breathing in, so yeah, that looks very dumb. Yeah. Cops are coming, which is this, I read this again today. And I found this a little dumb, because the cops coming, but then, in this page, earlier, it says the cops turned cuckoo, so that makes no sense. And yeah, and then after that, I was like, I just sat down, thought for a moment what this was. What did I just draw? Like, the first part wasn't so bad, but then it started to go a little bit downhill. The drawings got a little screwed up. The plot was inconsistent, and I didn't really like the idea of Professor Staunch. It was just too many villains at once. And he didn't really move on to the story, most just for humor in the story. So yeah, after that was scrapped, I made this another draft. Super Seal in the perilous plight of the Terrabot 3000. As you can see, now that's where we begin to get the 3000 idea, but it's not Terratron, it's a Terrabot. Ignore this drawing on the side. That's some random crap. It doesn't matter. Okay, let's see. You can see it starts from our last book. Most of it the same. The robot design was very consistent, but then I decided to change it up a little bit towards, like the final production. Hey, not so fast. Blah blah blah. What do you want? Rules can kidnap me, and then come back to come. I think I spelled kidnap wrong. I have no idea how I spelled that wrong, but I'm pretty sure I spelled that wrong. I don't know how I did that, but okay. Yeah. So he gets beat up as usual. Now, this is one of the reasons I did not use this draft either. Okay, first of all, the drawings are a little bit strange, as you'll see later. And, the plot was too rushed. So immediately, in like literally the second page, Super Seal is literally retiring on the second page. And we're already on the part where they're explaining why, Professor Uranus is, snatching all the people, the politicians. So I didn't like that, and anyways, let's keep going. He gives up. This one, I did like this one because he gave an explanation to why he's so fat, because now it's fishy chips. But I think the better explanation will be because he's retired, obviously. But I did like this explanation. I did not like the zoo image either because, like, it's just this entrance to lions. I mean, like, what the heck? That's just so weird. You know, it's so random. Another reason I didn't like this was because the walrus, Saber Tusk, looked very, they looked very, I don't know, evil. They look like the villains themselves, so I didn't like that. So, yeah. I did like how it showed a very short montage of a whole bunch of politicians, getting snatched. But, yeah. This draft was eventually scrapped as well. And, yeah. Here we are, yeah, now I have a whole series on YouTube about making a sequel. And, I do have plans for the next few sequels. I'll probably make another video about that. I have a whole trilogy planned ahead of, like, a whole bunch of villains. I have the villains set up. I don't have all the villain designs done yet, but I do have, like, the plot for every single, sequel coming out. There's even a finale and everything, and, yeah, the later episodes are gonna be really epic. I'm pretty sure you'll love them all. This is only the beginning. And, if you're wondering about the origin story of Super Seal, I have no idea, that's probably gonna be like another book that comes out. It's like a prequel or something to how he got it, or maybe Saber Tusk and Super Seal will drop into a conversation. Like Saber Tusk's like, "Oh, how'd you get your power, Super Seal?" And Super Seal's like, "Oh yeah," and then he tells the explanation. Anyways, I haven't decided, and I have a whole trilogy planned. So, yeah, expect a whole bunch of books, a whole bunch of others to come soon later. Yeah. So, yeah, there's that. So, yeah, this video was technically me just talking about explaining the Super Seal sequel drafts, because I think they're really interesting and pretty, like, obscure and stuff. Yeah, there were like 2 other drafts I'm pretty sure I made. I don't know where they went, but that's not important. So, yeah, I hope you liked this video. And, I have a pretty short animation video coming out soon. I have a whole bunch of scripts done for a whole lot of animations, but I didn't even start for any of them. In fact, one of them, I had to restart. I had to restart the entire animation because I didn't like the script because it was too long. But at this time for another video. Also, if you haven't noticed, it's in the top right corner. Artboy22 Corp. So as you can see, my name was created when my editor. My editor helped me at recess time. We did at school in 6th grade in recess. I was like, hey, maybe I should make a YouTube channel sometime in the future. And it's like, yeah, you should. You make a whole bunch of, you get a lot of subscribers and stuff. And came up with ideas and Artboy22. I make a video about why it's called Artboy22, but to make a long story short, came Artboy22. It was originally supposed to be called Artboy22 Corporations and stuff, but then now we know it's just called Artboy22 because it's more easier and shortened and stuff, and it sounds more catchy, you know. So that's this video. Hope you liked this video, and as usual, subscribe to PewDiePie.